All right. Good morning, Black Sheep people. It's actually just about to be afternoon here at the River House on Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. This is MysterE, live from the headquarters of the Compassionate Economy, recorded to you, of course, and with my daily BS message. I believe this is the daily BS report number 44. So number 44. And I'm using the 514 Tarot, which is the characters of all the play, characters in the play of the River House, this community I've been fortunate to be a part of for the last 8 years, and we're going to continue onward. And anyway, we're doing a daily inspirational read based on the wisdom found both in the oracle and in the cards of this play, which we feel like as Black Sheep we have a message for everybody to be like you. You know, we're all Black Sheep. We're all perfect just the way we are. All right, so the first wisdom card that comes out today says, "Are you okay? I am listening. I am listening." You know, today is the first day of the new moon cycle, of the new, and in this part of the moon, because of the alignment between the earth, the moon, and the sun, we are in our willingness to say yes. That's the most important thing, our willingness to say yes. And we remember that we're the divine nature. We remember in this time of the new moon that we are a divine human being. We're a human being. We have a body, a communication device, but inside of it that's holding the whole thing together is divine spark of consciousness. And when we recognize that fully, that we are a divine being, we can align with the master plan for our lives. So it's always a good time to just be like, I want to be fully in me as me, and that's what we do right here. So the first part of this is the Evolutionary Guidebook goes right along with the lunar cycles, and the introduction of the Evolutionary Guideline says, "Beyond any emotion is the vibration of pure love. Pure love is the foundation of the universe. Coming into this relationship is the key to be coming to our evolutionary potential." So what it's saying is we are our vibration. We are our vibration. And remember, we're the divine nature. When we work on this, life gets a lot better. So the wisdom card, which is not necessarily related to that, but it is listening. It is listening. I am listening. I am listening. Someone in your world could probably use a phone call, use an email, a text, something to reach out. It's like, how can you extend love on this new moon to reach out to somebody that maybe your intuition says, "Hey, I was just thinking about you. Are you okay? Yeah, I'd love to hear what's going on." Explore the miracle of you. And then that's asking in that relationship or any relationship that you're in, explore the miracle of you. Because when we explore the miracle of ourselves, then we can help somebody else explore the miracle of them. We made an agreement. Do you remember this? I did some Statue of Liberty art years ago, and you know, we're coming out of the darkness, right? And there's some other slides some other pages where the sun was fully up. But in the beginning, it was like, to bring the light forth, we have to remember that we made an agreement. We made some agreements before we came to this plane that we've all forgotten collectively, because you can look at society and see how it's going right now, even though it's all perfect exactly in its way. You know, we have to recognize that everybody is ourselves, that everybody, when the light really shines, what we see is that we're all divine, every single one of us. All right, so that's the structure of our read. It's like remembering who we really are by exploring who we are, and also reaching out to our brothers and sisters and saying, "Hey, are you okay? I'm listening. I'm listening." First card out today is the Three of Wands, which is signifying passion, a new adventure, some travel perhaps, fire energy. What are you passionate about? What new vistas have you not allowed yourself to look upon for expressions of your creativity? In what new ways can you express yourself? What horizons are there out there for you to explore and to go after? You can see that he's standing in between two wands. It's like a gate, and he's walking through completely in the music, completely in his own passion. So that's what this card is asking us to do, is asking us to really go forward and align your energy. This card is about aligning your energy for what's to come. You know, that's like the most important thing. Align your energy for what's to come. Sort of the beginning of this read. Second card out is a resurrection card. We saw this card yesterday, the death card in the traditional tarot, the resurrection card. I'm not sure I've read the poem out of The Gift is Listening on that. It's about Hall of Mirrors. You know, sometimes when we're going through a great big growth spurt, we start to see reflections of the same thing everywhere. I call it Hall of Mirrors. I think I will read it. It's poem number 105. Each one of our cards in our deck has a poem, also a community message, and also we pull from the traditional tarot. And we have 5 suits in our deck, which is very interesting. Hall of Mirrors number 105 to go with the resurrection card. When the holographic reflections multiply and become impossible to ignore. In other words, you might find yourself like 4 or 5 people kind of upset at you all the same time. It's like you're getting multiple reflections of the same thing. The universe is demonstrating an expansion of your consciousness. Keep multiplying, for it is a sign of emergence, an omen of divine orchestration. Something is happening, but is it real? One can only trust something isn't destruction, but disillusion of an old construct. Okay, so one can only trust something isn't destruction, but dissolution of an old construct. Leave the old ways of relating behind by being still. Reach out to your closest brothers and sisters and become vulnerable and humble. This is a now moment to reclaim your sanity and plant yourself in the ground. So in the awakening process, we go through these deaths, right? These ego deaths. And on the backside of them, we have a resurrection. And so that's what this is really saying. It's like, don't freak out if your mind is seeing a lot of the same reflections everywhere. It's demonstrating an expansion of your consciousness. And it's not destruction, it's the dissolution of an old foundation that you're now letting go of. The next one is Patience card, or the Temperance card in the traditional tarot. We call it the Alchemy of Innocence here. And so that poem just said sitting still. They're sitting still next to this mandala, which is called the Alchemy of Innocence. And that is to sit in that place of seeing oneself as totally innocent, and to seeing that everyone is innocent and there truly is nothing to forgive. That makes the resurrection a lot easier when we just totally see everybody is innocent. And that includes ourselves. Like, okay, I'm making an agreement with myself. Everybody's innocent. Nobody ever did anything wrong. I'm going to see everybody as pure, loving, and in the divine spark that they are. I'm going to stop relating to people and their egos. I'm going to just sit still with that. And I'm going to let these representations of my mind expand, knowing that what I want is on the other side of that, which is peace, because these things are leaving me, these old constructs, these old ways of being. You know, when I allow myself to follow my passion, really follow the passion, I walk through a gate and into something new instead of following my ego's wants, my desires. Wow, look at that. So now we got another major arcana card. So 3 major arcana cards in a row today. The Sacred Union, the Lover's card comes out. The 6, Gemini energy, very much about really coming into an honest relationship with yourself. You know, that's the only way we can have sacred union, is if we have an honest relationship with ourselves. And if we have an honest relationship, look at that, the 2 of Cups. Look at that beautiful smiling couple. You're very happy. Their cups are full. They love each other. They very much love each other. So 3 cards in a row. So first, the Alchemy of Innocence. There's a pair, right? And this is a couple in real life, and they truly love each other. This is a couple I married right here, and they truly love each other. You know, another pair, and then boom, we get another pair out of that. 2 people that truly love each other, and their cups are full. So we have the Alchemy of Innocence, seeing one another as innocent. The Sacred Union, which comes from a place of being in innocence, and then another couple that our cups are full, and that's a soulmate thing. So right here, you know, in New Moon, it seems like a love reading almost, not like a love of one. It's like so much love for yourself that you attract something amazing. So the next card out is the 4 of Cups. Interestingly enough, the 4 of Cups sometimes signifies someone not necessarily paying attention. You see there's 2 cups upright, then 1 cup on the side while somebody in the background is looking at their phone, and then another cup is full. So it's like maybe misplaced, sort of like, oops, I'm not really handling this exactly right. So what have I got? The 4 of Cups. Sometimes we feel rejected in life. you know, and that's what this poem's about. The poem that goes in here is Rejection number 67. Yeah, how quickly can you take your bankruptcy, heartbreak, addiction, firing, and anger as a gift of love? A gift of love from the goddess. She invites you to own you are creating your life. Hey, you're creating your life, nobody else. All aspects of it. All aspects of your life are love. So gift it, give who you are. And really what the Four Cups is saying is are there parts of yourself that you are finding that you're unlovable? Are there parts of yourself that you're finding unlovable in somebody else? And if so, that would certainly get in the way of it. You know, that gets in the way of you having the experience of remembering who you are. We made an agreement. Do you remember this? All right, 10 minutes in. Let's get an outcome card. Oh, wow, look at this. This card has come up a lot lately. The transparency card, the sun card. You know, this talks about being transparent, really shining lights on all aspects of yourself. You know, we've had a couple of other reads recently about addiction and how sometimes we get into a situation where our mind gets too busy or we get triggered or whatever, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves in an addictive tendency, and that the way out of that was to be transparent, to talk to people and really let people that we know what we struggle with. Right? And so we got to let people know what we struggle with. We got to let people know what we struggle with, and that's how we create these relationships of twos, you know, and then from twos we build into threes, and that's what this is saying. This is like the power of three. The power of three, when we really honor ourselves as we are and we step into our life with our passion, with a lot of passion, that we have a resurrection. You know, we step out with a lot of passion. We focus on our passions rather than our ego wants. We get a resurrection in life, and we start to experience 1, 2, 3, Two of Cups, Alchemy of Innocence, and the Sacred Union card, the Lover's card. Bang, bang, bang. And invariably, you know, we're going to bump into this situation where there's part of us that we're not willing to share with someone else because we're too ashamed of it, or we continue to put some kind of parts of our fulfillment into something that, you know, maybe is out of integrity with the divine partnership that we're really looking for, whether that's in a business or with somebody in a romantic or somebody in the family. It's like, no, we can't keep parts of ourselves hidden away. The answer through this whole thing is transparency, and that's what the Sun card is saying. Let the light shine on all parts of you. Let every aspect of you come out, because it's whatever you're hiding back and not revealing to people is the shame, and you're not in the Alchemy of Innocence. The Alchemy of Innocence would say that, you know, we have everybody's innocent, and when we let the light shine through, those are very similar mandalas actually in a really interesting way. The light is shining through. The light is shining through, you know, these mandalas. When we let the light shine on everything as it is, we see that there's nothing to be ashamed of, and there's nothing to hold back, and there's nothing to feel guilty for. We're all innocent. Everybody's innocent. We're all learning. We're all learning in this world of entropy that we landed in when the sperm and the egg came together, and all of a sudden we ended up with this body, and we came out like learning how to use our fingers and our toes, right? Well, we've been learning ever since that moment. If we could just recognize that we aren't that body, we aren't that mind, that we're actually this, and that inside of us is a place of perfect peace. When we're transparent with the world, we can get these beautiful, happy outcomes to all these relationships in our life. We can always have a happy relationship with everybody in our life because we've learned to be transparent and not hold anything back. And then we can have that beautiful, beautiful experience where, you know, when we're with somebody, we feel warm and fuzzy, and then we leave them a little bit better than we found them. And it all comes from that recognition that I am you and you are I. We're all each other. We're all one mechanism. And when we explore the miracle of us, then other people get to explore the miracle of themselves around us. And it can't hurt to just go, is there somebody in my life that I could reach out to, and could we serve one another in just recognizing our oneness and being transparent and not holding anything back. You know, I can ask good questions and I can do great listening, and that's about all I can do, simply to leave them a little lighter than I found them, a little bit lighter than I found them. I want to leave everyone a little bit lighter than I found them. That's what the Sun card is saying for the outcome. Go make it a beautiful day. Happy spring. spring, everybody, on the western or the northern hemisphere. And this is MysterE. I'm doing readings for people all the time right now, and this new deck is so much fun. I just love what I do. We're not doing Airbnb right now, but if you want to contact us directly, we do have some open space here and there. We'd love to have you come visit us. And yeah, it's going to be an absolutely wonderful summer as we explore, the miracle of a newfound freedom for humanity on the backside of this pandemic. And that's what we're here for. The herd, the black sheep, into the most auspicious herd of the absurd and bring positive, compassionate change to the world. All right. Peace out, everybody.